Mongrel Punt is proudly brought to you by Moustache Health Products, the Red Triangle Snooker Hall in the heart of Fitzroy, Lemon Fisherman Friends for fantastic fresh breath, and Garden Ridge Landscaping.
Welcome to the Red Triangle Pool Hall, people. Another edition of Mongrel Punt. Round 9 is over, and it's signalled the return of the squirrel grip, Howie.
It has, matey, it has. Fantastic.
And that is wonderful to see. Shane Crawford, he was feverish for the nuts. He wanted the nuts. He was reaching, he was grabbing, and then he got them and he just yanked them down.
He did. He's got the hard ball get.
And
picked up 2 handballs in one there, and the possessions were looking fantastic at the end of the game.
And Terry Willer was just salivating. He's going, oh, that's the best squirrel grip I've ever seen. Because he saw the shorts go way down. They went way down to the knees just about.
Oh, Crawford's pulled him so far around, you would have thought it was Stephen Tingay who was tackling there. He had the tackle well and truly tucked under like a girl.
There was some funny stuff going on in that game at the Hawthorn Bombers clash, and Hawthorn were particularly woeful.
Not too funny for you Hawthorn supporters, unfortunately, but then I told you so.
Yeah, questions had to be asked, and a lot of acting going on, which you expect from Darren Buick.
You get it from Darren Buick. Well, there's Darren. I mean, that's no great surprise. You don't expect it from Barry Young.
Barry Young's just flopped over. He just went. That was the most pathetic bit of acting you've ever seen. And then Shane Crawford thought he'd get in the act not much later, and then he's just gone over as well.
Just in case I'd missed my ball grab there. Ball grab there. Ball grab there.
I think a bit like Elton John.
I want to get in the highlights package, and so therefore I better do something else really dumb. And Nick Holland as well, he had trouble getting in the highlights package, and he has had for a long time.
Nick Holland was, you get in a little highlights package of like, he missed this mark by about 4 feet.
Yeah, no. And he just kept going. He must have thought he had it. Richmond got the 2 good Holland brothers.
Yes.
Ben and Ben.
Ben and Ben. The Hollands and Holland. Yes.
Yes, indeed, matey.
Now, the Bombers were in sensational nick, obviously. Spearheaded by...
Well, you figure a 10-goal win. You're going to see Matty Lloyd and Scotty Lucas doing a lot of the work up forward.
No, it was those freckly friends... Gary Moorcroft and Darren Buick, and they were on fire, the red-headed lads.
They were on fire. I think there was somebody trying to pat their heads.
And it's an ugly attack when those 2 blokes are going out for leather.
There is nothing glamorous down the forward line of Essendon anymore, unfortunately.
We went out to Princes Park, Howie.
You did.
And John Elliott's been a bit controversial.
As is his way.
He's very outspoken, and we thought we'd ask the Carlton fans about Big Jack Elliott. Hi there, people. Knuckles and Oaks here at Princess Park, brought to you by the Lemon Fisherman's Friends. And speaking of lemon, Johnny Elliott. A little bit sour in the mouth recently. We're just talking to Carlton fans about Johnny Elliott. Come a little bit of an embarrassment, Big John?
Nah, he's a legend.
He's a legend?
Yeah. He does Carlton well. Good.
You don't think
he's a character?
Yeah, we're just talking to Carlton fans about John Elliott.
What about John Elliott?
John
Elliott. Yeah,
has he become a little bit of an embarrassment, or?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
He's a little bit outspoken on several issues that maybe you probably prefer him to leave alone.
People can be outspoken, it causes debate.
No, John's all right. He's been there for, 15 years, and he's won us a few flags, so we have to put up with a bit of John bullshit, but anyway.
Oh, he's good value for the club, I suppose. He's a bit of an embarrassment, outside and all that, but at the end of the day, the pluses and minuses would probably give him a positive vote.
It's never an embarrassment. A solid Carlton supporter like that is great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He's a little bit outspoken on many things, at times a little bit controversial.
At times, yeah, but that wouldn't be John if he wasn't like that, was it? Would it?
We're just talking to the Carlton fans about John Elliott.
John Elliott?
Yeah, whether they think he's become a little bit of embarrassment for Carlton.
You asked me because I've got a big nose too?
No, I didn't know. I wasn't asking because of the nose. No, I mean, he's a bit outspoken on a few things and at times puts his foot in his mouth.
Smoking, Aboriginals, those sorts of things. Liberal Party.
Yes.
Yeah, the Liberal Party, but I don't like that so much.
That's a bit of a worry?
Yeah, it's a big worry.
He's quite outspoken on several issues.
Reserve seats are still available.
I don't think so. These gates are located approximately. Happy with John Elliott as the Carlton president? Right of this gate. Patrons are advised for their comfort. Thanks for that.
Oh, well, he just says what he feels, mate.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's just a brave one, mate. There's a whole heap of us out there that don't say shit. That's the whole thing, man. Everyone's out there, they think it, and just don't say it. When someone says it, it's, ooh.
Blue Man. Mongrel Punt Footy Show here, Channel 31. Can you have a quick chat? You're not allowed to speak. Why not? You've been gagged. They've gagged the Blue Man.
You know, the time's probably coming where the club should probably look around and see if he's the best guy for the job still. I'm not sure who else is interested at Carlton. Seems to be the only one who ever puts his hand up for that sort of job, so I don't know. But, you know, the new century, maybe time for a new guy, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Have a fisherman's friends, mate.
Oh, good on you.
Thanks for that.
Okay.
Cheers.
The Carlton fans aren't really that unhappy with Johnny, are they? They love a bit of controversy.
Seems like they do. Now, Blues had a big win.
They did have a big win.
We saw the Blue Man not speaking to us.
Can't talk.
Can't talk. After the game, after the big win, we see the Carlton players singing the song, and a pathetic effort, mind you. Fraser Brown, Brett Ratton just talking amongst themselves.
Yeah.
They don't give a rat's ass about the song.
Stephen Silvani?
Sauce is just like, his head's down and couldn't be bothered. Blue Man singing his
little balls off.
Blue Man just singing away.
He's happy as Larry.
Apparently he can't speak. No,
I can sing.
He can sing. He's like there's no tomorrow.
There's actually a medical condition for that. And may I use that as a throw to Dr. Simon Big Boy Judkins joining us again.
You could, but I don't know what that condition is. There is that
is
Tourette's syndrome where all you can do is swear.
There is.
That's the one.
No, there is a
I'd love to have Tourette's syndrome.
Just make an excuse.
Yeah, you just get away. You go through life just cruising. Wouldn't you? Sorry, I didn't mean that. You
No.
You'd get away with it.
That'd be great.
Fantastic.
It would be great for this show because we can just sit here chatting away and then go, Wayne Carey's a and we wouldn't have to bleep it out. It'd be a medical condition. And we wouldn't have to worry about the censors and
I'll
stuff.
just write a certificate for you.
But of course, he's not a. No, he's
No, that was just purely as an example
yes,
of if somebody with Tourette's.
because he's the king.
No, he's the king.
Yes.
There is a psychological condition, I believe, where some people can only sing, they can't actually talk.
Really?
But don't worry about it. It was just a pure.
I'll look it up. I'll come back to you next week.
It was
and
a
I'll find
tool
out
to
what it's
throw
called.
to you and nothing
Okay.
more than that.
Now,
Mate,
look, before we get on to the interstate injuries,
Hoo-ha.
yeah, with 10 injuries from Victoria, whatever. But before we get on to that, I just want to talk about, like, you know, we see why do you have to sing the song every time you have a win? Every time you have a win, you got to sing the song. You got to go around and like you've beaten Collingwood as a game that you should have won. Everyone knows you should have won, but nah, you got to go and sing the song.
Fair enough. You only have
It's like-
one win out of 6, then you've got to get excited.
Well,
about
sometimes
it.
you get pumped up, you want to sing the song, but why every game do you have to sing the song? Can't you just go in and say, oh, it was a good win, let's hit the showers?
a bit of variety. Maybe if you have beaten Collingwood, you go in there and get the Eagles out and just take it easy, take it easy.
There's only
Something
one
like that.
Tony Lockett.
Yeah,
I don't start. It's been in my head all week.
a
Don't bring
song
it up.
to suit the occasion. That's all I would be thinking.
Yeah.
I don't know, mate, because people singing it out on the ground like Tigers did on the weekend.
On
Singing
the
out on the ground, then in the changing room. They've done that a fair bit. Collingwood sang it twice in the changing room, back to back
They've
the
done
other
it to
week.
practice. The first time was no good.
Yeah.
Do it again, fellas.
I thought they were meant to be singing. It would have been great if they sung "Stand by Me" as well. Wasn't they meant to sing?
Yeah, that was going to be there.
Yeah, they do. You can't do that.
No, they don't want to do that anymore anyway.
State of origin.
Yeah, state of origin. A lot of injuries as we expected.
There is a couple, and of course Harves is out.
Well, there's
As you
10.
know, we're expecting Harvey to be out. Big Stewie Lowe's gone. He's gone too. I don't know.
Yes.
I think he's just spat the dummy and said, well, if he doesn't have to play, I'm not going to play either. Because I don't know if he was injured or not.
And it was that mystery illness that
Stinger's done a hemi.
Michael Long had.
It was sort of Stinger
Stinger
go
did a
down.
hemi.
Wasn't that just a boing? You could hear it, couldn't you? Looked fantastic. And
You know what it was? It was the strapping, I think, that had the whistle pulled back. I
it
just
was.
keep referring
Still
back
a
to
little
that.
bit of tape just tucked underneath
Can't quite move this leg forward far enough.
And for the South Australians, of course, Modra's gone. I would have thought Modra would love the opportunity to play for a decent team.
Well,
I mean, but he's taking a dive too. He's going to go
Indeed, it is a
surfing
decent
for the
team.
weekend. And Darren Jarman, of course, got a bruised heel.
yeah.
Been playing with apparently for the last 3 weeks.
He actually played with
Getting pain-killing injections. So it was that no brain, no pain theory of mine's just gone to the shit now.
Don't knock Jars. He's a genius, as they like to say.
Jars is a genius. Well, we'll get back to him a little
He's
bit
like one
later.
of those autistic people, though, isn't he? He can do one thing really well play football, and the rest of it is hopeless.
I would parallel it more towards those baboons
singing
that you get in cages. Well, no, the baboons in cages that like can push the button to get the banana.
Yep.
But they can't go out and buy it from the shops themselves.
No, that's
yeah, he's just, yeah.
You can't go out and buy
He can do
football.
one thing, but he's hairy and funny looking.
It begs the question: State of Origin football, is it dead?
Is it dead?
Is it dead? You know,
dead.
do the players want to play it? It's gone, isn't
Nobody's that enthused about it. The people are more excited about Plugger.
it? Wayne Carey's enthused about it.
Oh, he's pissed off.
Oh yeah, I want to
Isn't he?
play. He wants to play. It's so unfair that they've got rid of the Allies.
Sure it is. Oh, that's just ridiculous, isn't it? And Big Lance.
Big Lance.
Big boy
A bit
Lance.
too big Lance.
Big Lance is going up to Queensland. They're sending him up to Queensland, which you do when you've got the State of Origin weekend. And they've sent him to a fat farm. And
And he's,
Although
well, I think he's,
officially not. But
no, a health farm.
Same one
he's
as
been
Alistair
to
Lynch.
he was brought up on the fat farm.
He's brought up on the
He was
funny
planted out in the North 40, I think, and just popped up.
No, they're sending him out to a health clinic.
Health farm.
I think it's cruel. I mean, pasty, red-headed bloke, sending him up to Queensland. He's going to come back looking like a lobster, covered in blisters. He'll get skin cancer, then he'll lose a bit of weight.
Oh, jeez, if he was a lobster, imagine that at like $25 a kilo.
He'd be bright.
He'd be expensive.
He'd be expensive.
Johnny Elliott, he's going to make money out of it. He's going to flog him off.
Biggest lobster in the world.
Remember that old ad with the guy on the baby? Sunburned me, I was born in the sun.
That'll be Lance. Poor bloke, he'll never play footy again.
We've got some awards to give away. We've got to do this quickly. Howie, we're running out of time.
We are running out of time.
We've got a
It's
loose
the
lips
first half of the
award.
show, we're running out of time.
Now-
Masashi Loose Lips.
Now, I've just got a
Award.
quick one for you. This is from the English. This
There's a lot of women have heard that in their time.
This is the Herald. This is the Herald Sun on the Monday's newspaper. The headline reads, "I sold drugs." Admits captain. And it's about the English Rugby Union captain Lawrence Delaglio. And anyway, a couple of reporters from a newspaper said they wanted to sponsor him. They posed as shaving product wheelers and dealers, and they said and he said, "Oh, did you hear about my younger days when I was a wild, reckless wee lad, and I used to sell drugs for a living, and I used to sleep with prostitutes." And apparently he actually said, he suggested to a female journalist he could get cocaine that night and he'd like to lick it off her body. And he said all this sort of stuff, and sure enough it appears in the papers the next day, and he got busted big time. He's a father of two and his girlfriend's not happy.
And he's a smart guy.
I'd just like to meet a shaving products wheeler and dealer. It's like a tautology.
You two could probably pose as shaving
We should do that. We'll get some stories.
So he got busted anyway. Very silly, very loose around the lips area. We've got to wrap it up. Before we go to the break, just quickly, the winner will be Lawrence Delaglio, the English Rugby Union captain, because he got busted big time, and he admitted having taken cocaine, marijuana and acid, selling drugs to make a living before becoming a professional rugby player, and also having sex romps with prostitutes. And I ask you, what else do you do with prostitutes but have sex romps? Howie, you're not playing chess with them?
What else do you do, Howie?
I just look at him and go, whoa, spunky. No, I don't know. You can do anything with
Yeah, you
a
can have a good old
prostitute.
book reading romp.
Jeez, if you're paying your $12.50
You should
an
be
hour,
able to do whatever
can
you want.
do whatever you want. Jeez, you could walk them down the street for that, couldn't you?
We just want to sit here quietly and read newspapers today. My lovely.
It's like Pretty Woman, isn't it? I mean, give me a break. You got Julia Roberts comes back to your room. You're not just going to pay her $1 million to lie around in your bathtub and wearing your towel around her head. You're going to her bloody senseless.
You can have a romp.
It's not like somebody didn't too. How big is that woman's mouth?
We've got to go to a break.
Lordy.
And we'll be back soon with Ange
I love that
Christou.
footy.
Did her career coincide with the end of John Holmes's for some particular reason?
We are back at the Red Triangle Pool Hall, Howie, and we're joined by a couple of special guests. One surprise one. We've got Dean Anastasiadis.
Anastasiadis.
The goalkeeper from Carlton Soccer Club.
Correct.
Why aren't they called Carlton United, Dean?
They should be.
They should be, shouldn't they?
Yeah.
And that'd be perfect.
Yeah. But they're not, no.
No.
I don't know why.
You don't know why.
They were meant to change it, but they never ended up doing it.
What were they going to change it to?
Carlton United.
Well, they were going to go.
They
I
were.
don't know. Ask
Or Melbourne United, actually.
Really?
Yeah. Get away from the Carlton thing. But
How did you guys go this year? Finished
pretty
third?
average, yeah.
10.
10.
How many teams are in the comp?
16.
Oh, that's not so bad.
No, you
No,
coming now, and of course Ange Christo.
We've got Ange Christo as well.
a man who knows what's worse than 10th.
Yeah.
But no, of course. Also, of course, a Carlton Premiership player and a regular guest on Mongrel Punt. Or getting that way anyway.
Pleasure. It's been a pleasure.
Good-o.
It'll be a pleasure.
Dean, you guys finished up the season when? Not long ago.
Just about 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, our home and away season's finished 4 weeks ago. The final series, the finals are still going.
The
grand finals
start
actually this
weekend.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. And you celebrated the big trip to Surfers Paradise.
Yeah. It's just surface. That was, as far as we went.
And
The old soccer league in Australia just isn't quite up there at the moment, is it?
It's not
did you get a
quite,
bus up, or the bus trip's a killer, isn't it?
No, we were a bit lucky. We went with our frequent flyers. We had to use half did, yeah, and half had to use our frequent flyers.
And what are the big stories? You always get big football stories during the break. What did the soccer boys get up
Who did
to?
you sleep with?
Yeah.
They're the same as the football stories. They stay there, so I can't really disclose that.
You can't elaborate.
I can't elaborate at this moment. No.
Of course you can. The cameras aren't rolling.
Not at this moment.
We had a good time, put it that way. I mean,
Sure you did. Had a ball, eh?
11 guys.
Had a couple of balls, eh?
11 guys in interstate.
11 guys in a sauna all greased up with a couple of cucumbers. Is that what you're trying to say? No.
No. Speaking of going interstate, the Tigers went interstate on the weekend and gave the Crows a touch-up.
Dean, you're a Tigers man.
I am, yes.
You watched that game?
Tigers supporter. I did, yes.
Pretty happy about that?
Very, very happy with it.
Richo is back in tip-top form, Ange.
Is that right?
You're not aware of this? So, I mean, you might have to tag him sooner or later.
No, Richo should stay in the seniors, I think.
I think we did.
Yeah.
Very funny.
You have been in the twos, Ange. What's been going on there?
Just lack of form.
It actually coincided. Now,
The best of my ability, yeah.
Well, obviously not, because you used to be a great footballer, and you will be again very soon, I'm sure. But you are a bit of an ebb at the moment. I know you don't want to talk about this.
No, I don't mind. I don't mind talking about it.
Oh, all right, then your girl. You had this woman come over from.
About the girl.
You said you didn't mind talking
I
about.
thought about
that happened to coincide with your bad form there. Like she came over, you got one kick against the Tigers that week. Mind was elsewhere, maybe. It was on a Friday night too. You were thinking underground inflation. Here we come, baby.
No, Metro. No, I really don't know, but as it panned out, when she did arrive, I didn't end up getting a kick, and the week after, I did get dropped, but it was due to form. There wasn't anything else but form.
When she came over, you went down. Didn't you? Oh, really?
In form.
In form.
Yeah. In form.
What's going on with the goatee? I mean, you're starting to grow it, I can tell.
Oh, only because I sort of went in and under and...
Went the hard ball?
Yeah, got the hard ball. For a change.
That's not necessarily what we hear on the grapevine.
But I mean, look, we all hit, bad patches throughout our lives, whether it be playing football or on Mongrel Punt or wherever, or owning a pool hall. I don't know, but...
It's just something like a Schindler's List all of a sudden.
Just learn from it. Grit your teeth.
Bad patches in our lives. Jeez, Simpson and his donkey are about to come walking out here or something. Jeez, mate, you're just having a couple of bad weeks on the football ground, for God's sake. And with the women, of course, that's not going
well. Let's not talk about the women, but more importantly, football, because it's, it's my profession at the moment, and it's not going as well as I'd like it to, but you just have to grit your teeth and as I said, roll your sleeves up.
Yeah. Roll your sleeves up. That's because you always wear the long sleeves. But the short sleeves, there's no rolling up.
Now, Ange divulged to us you still consider yourself a Magpies supporter. You're playing for
He's
Carlton.
revising this, isn't he? Like, he
Yeah.
doesn't really want to get busted here.
I'd say
This is why he wanted a second
at the
take.
moment,
A little bit of a loose lips nomination as well.
oh, look, I'm 100% Carlton, but there is a bit of a soft spot there for Collingwood. I mean, you know, I did follow them once upon a time. An avid fan.
Yes.
Well, it was about halfway through last year when they started going shootout, and then you got off at last.
Oh, I know, but what's this bloke doing with his fingers? Anyway, sorry?
What happens if Carlton drop you at the end of the year, which they may very well.
Oh, gee, thanks.
And,
Positive, wouldn't it?
and Collingwood like stick up their hand and say, "Oh, we'll have him."
Oh.
Would you go?
More than happy.
More than happy.
Well, you get a game.
Let's hope. I'd get a game. Look, they've been playing quite well.
Yeah, that is the official. Is it like a memo that's been circulated around all
Yeah,
AFL
exactly.
clubs?
They've
We're
had a
talking
crack.
about Collingwood.
They've had a crack, but they just haven't been able to win.
Anthony Rocker. You mentioned we spoke about Anthony Rocker last time you were on, or you
Yes.
spoke to us, and certainly
What
you.
did I say?
You said he was going to be the next Wayne
Yeah,
Carey.
That's right.
And he was in fine nick on the.
Fine Nick.
Not only-
He took a lot of grabs.
He's
We've got
taken
a
a step
few
up to find Nick.
We got a
Not
few.
only Friday, he's been consistent throughout the year.
He has had a good year.
I think he'll be winning the best and fairest at this stage.
Well, there's some hot competition down there. You know, East Scotland.
I think Buckley's broken his
Como.
jaw. That's
He's had a few best on grounds.
yeah. No, but he was in good nick, wasn't he?
He was, but he didn't kick well. He missed a few easy ones. But he kicked 5.
Yeah, Anthony.
Probably could have kicked 10.
Yeah.
Kicked 5, but a very good day out.
Over in Adelaide, as we've already mentioned, the Tigers
Yes.
gave the Crows a touch-up. Everyone was very happy to see. The interesting thing about that game was they're about to call it off because a little bit of rain, and you know, AFL footballers these days hate the rain because they've all gone soft cock.
They have.
Haven't they? They've all gone soft cock. A little bit of rain, a little bit of lightning, they're all gone to soccer. They're all like,
Yeah, what about the lightning? You don't want to be struck by lightning.
What are your chances, Ange?
1,000,000 to 1. Knowing my luck, I'll probably get struck.
Your chances are very remote, and apparently it was put to the captains at three-quarter time whether they should go off, and if so, Adelaide would have won the game.
They were up by 1 point at the time. So
And Matty Knight said, no, we'll
Matty Knights, he thought about it for a little while, tossed up, asked a few of the players, yeah, you want to go on or not? No, okay, we'll stick it out.
No, it should have been at least a draw if it was called off. It should have been.
And
called a draw.
Crows would have got the points, apparently.
We've got to move on. So,
We do have to move on.
Dean, could you just pass me that cup of crap with your
This is the cup-
sure hands that I'm sure will be stopping goals in front of Aston Villa fans, and you'll be doing all this stuff too, and just fitting right in perfectly. Garden Ridge cup of crap, mate. They landscaping design cup. You have?
He's learning well, the boy. He's picking up.
He's done beautifully. They are brilliant. They can do marvels with weeds and anything up. They do absolutely any size job. Mate, they sponsor a segment where we talk about the rumour of the week, and I've got an absolute cracker this week. And Ange, you might be in on this, well, not so to speak, but you might have heard it, being an insider as you are.
Go on.
Apparently, there was an AFL footballer, very high profile, who had to have a bit of pre-season surgery, as a lot of players do, of course.
Yes.
This guy wasn't a scraping on the knee or anything like that, though. He had to have a bit of cosmetic surgery, officially claimed as a breast reduction. The bitch tits had been coming out a bit too far over the last year or so, and just to hide the fact on the ground, they thought he might be filling out the sweater a bit too much and pushing that little Bird logo a bit too far forward, so they did a bit of an operation, pulled him back, and he's looking a
They
bit...
tighten him up.
A bit of nip and
Can you
tuck.
give us
Sorry?
give us colours?
Well, I just gave you a hint, actually, if anyone was listening.
No, we can't.
There was...
Yeah, no.
That logo, I can't remember what it was now.
No.
But anyway, he's there.
That's soft.
That's soft.
That is soft. We are the Soft Cock Football Show. I mean, we can tell you that his brother used to play for a Melbourne-based club. A Melbourne-based club.
Oh, Melbourne-based club.
Yeah. Although, I don't know, maybe you know
How
more
long
than
ago?
me. Oh, a little while ago. Anyway, before the trouble in Bosnia, I think. Anyway, for him, the Garden Ridge Cup of Crap. Quickly, mate.
We've got to give away the Red Triangle, Award, and we're going to give away the Red Triangle Award, and this is for the most spectacular play on the weekend, which went to Darren Jarman, because this guy can kick goals from anywhere, and now he's sitting on the ground and he's just picking them up and just putting them through on his arse, mind
it's
you.
a scissor kick. You would have seen a few of them coming your way.
It was a scissor kick.
Yeah, I have actually.
Can you just run by? Like, can you give us
A play-by-play.
The play-by-play, it's like he's on the pool table. He's had about 3 shots. He's kicked one off the ground. The ball's gone in. He's kicked it. And he's had another one, set it up, and then he's fell on his arse and like rather than going through with the backhand or whatever, or even bothering having like 1 foot on the table and stretching over and reaching, what he's done is he's decided to sit down on the ground and just look over the table and just go. And sunk it through the goals. It was brilliant stuff, Ange. Take it from me. We've got to wrap it up, Howie. It's another edition of Mongrel Punt. State of Origin next week. We're going to thank Ange Christou.
Yes.
We're going to thank Dean.
Anastasiadis.
Yep.
Anastasiadis. The Carlton.
Anastasiadis.
The Carlton Soccer
Club.
Goalkeeper.
Oh, yeah.
Soccer
God,
goal.
yeah. He's a hard man, Dean. Until next week. Keep punting. Anastasiadis.
No, see?
No, I didn't.
Anastasiadis. What are you talking?
Anastasiadis.
No, Anastasiadis.
I had it right before. I was doing it right earlier. Mongrel Punt is proudly brought to you by Moustache Health Products, the Red Triangle Snooker Hall in the heart of Fitzroy, Lemon Fisherman Friends for fantastic fresh breath. Mongrel Punt is proudly brought to you by Moustache Health Products, the Red Triangle Snooker Hall in the heart of Fitzroy, Lemon Fisherman Friends for fantastic fresh breath, and Garden Ridge Landscaping. Welcome once again to the Red Triangle in the heart of Fitzroy and to Mongrel Punt.
Yes, State of Origin is over, and it is over for a very, very long time.
Over. But before it was over, we stuck it up.
We stuck it right up, and we've been sticking it up people all weekend. We stuck it up the Croaters, we stuck it up the Kiwis. I've been sticking it up people all week, Howie. It's been absolutely fantastic.
I remember those days.
Got a chance to stick it up anyone?
No, it did used to be fantastic. But look, it's good to say that we've got the old EJ spirit still living in us, because maybe we should get the job to revitalise state footy, because EJ Junior, he just kind of sits there, you know.
He's not the presence of his father, that's for sure.
No. He's got twice the size of his father, but no, he hasn't quite got the get up and go.
And what about Graham bloody Corns? I mean, as the coach of South Australia, I mean, what has he ever won anything in his life? That bloke.
I told you before, he's won 7 out of 9 now, State of Origin clashes. He's got quite a successful record.
Who against the Allies and against? I mean, really?
Against Victoria, he's won 3 games against the Vics.
A couple of lucky ones at home.
A couple of lucky ones at home. And an even luckier one at the MCG. Yeah. He's done all right, Cornsey.
Brent Harvey.
Ooh.
I thought he was a surprise selection in the team. I've come on. I said, surely there's plenty of goal sneaks around that you would probably include ahead of young Brent. Harvey? And didn't he turn it on a treat?
He turned it on. He woke up in the morning and he forgot who he was. He's seen his little kit bag and it said Harvey, and he thought, oh, yes, I'm Robert. I'll go out and play a blinder.
Absolutely,
he was great.
Absolutely sensational. And a couple of those goals you might find how we are going to be contenders for the Red Triangle.
Oh, absolutely. Could say Nick Holland holding a couple of marks as well. The Red Triangle Award. I'm aware.
Yes.
No South Australian teams on the back of that little sucker, though. All Victorian.
If you're a Hawthorn supporter, would you be confused about young Nick Holland? Would you be confused about his selection for a start because his form has been ordinary? But wouldn't you be pissed off that he actually plays reasonably well for
that was just one good game for the year, and it's not going to get them any points at all.
We
come and have a blinder against Richmond this week, probably.
It was a shocking day. There was like 2 and a dog at the MCG to watch the State of Origin clash. We actually didn't bother going.
Well, no, this doesn't have the appeal anymore.
Watched it on the TV at home. Yeah. But we did get to the Punt Road Oval.
We almost got to the MCG.
We almost got to the Punt Road Oval on Sunday to see, and it's been a tradition for Mongrel Punt to go out there and watch the
Rock Dogs versus Megahertz.
Megahertz.
The musicians versus community radio footballers. And why don't we ever get an invite? Community TV, we can cross over.
They never ask us to play.
Wouldn't mind a bit of a run. I'll hang it in the ruck. Forward pocket, maybe.
Knuckles on the ball.
A bit of general soreness at the beginning of the game. But fantastic cause for the sake of